For sure, everybody wants to have disruptive innovations, like, for example, the electric light many years ago. And my strong belief is that robotics by itself and its means might be one of these disruptive innovations of the next couple of years, talking about people, talking about the mega trends which we have to address, which we have to live with. If we take a look on all the mega trends, there is one very important one which is normally not clearly addressed from the people, from the industries, from the business people, sometimes from the politicians, okay, yeah, but not from the business, and that's the overaging society, because the globalization, the mobility, that's coming by itself. If people want to act global, if people want to move, if people want to travel, the companies, the industry is following, but the aging society, I think that's a topic in European states like Germany. It's an example in Germany, is that in 2020, 50% of the German society will be older than 50 years, and I think it fits to states like Italy, like France, like Spain, and perhaps in the US the same. And what does this mean? We have to check, we have to support these people in their work life, we have to support them in their daily life, and therefore the big innovation might be to give them a system they can work with when in their daily business, and last but not least at home, personal assistant, for example. This might be one of the big breakthroughs in robot technology for Europe and for sure for US. The good part of the story is that the new generation will grow up as robotic native. They are living with the robots like they are living today with the smartphones. I think everybody of you has a smartphone in his pocket, and 10 years ago, nobody had any idea that this kind of system is a must for the daily life, and you are doing everything with the systems. The only thing you are not doing is using it as a phone. Yeah, you are doing your emails, you are in the internet, and on social media and all these things. But normally, the smartphone is no longer a phone, and the young generation, they are used to play around with these systems, and in the future scenario, I think we will have exactly the same with robots. We will have the robots in our daily life. It might be the dust cleaning, like the Roomba. It might be your car. But on the other hand, and that was, I think, the main topic from the session before, and thanks Dominic for this, getting into a robotic governance, that's very important. I only want to replay one issue, which is the juridical topic with the autonomous driving cars. The question is, who is responsible if an accident happens? Is it the car itself? How can it be responsible? It must be she or he. That's a legal aspect, and that's some issues we have to address. The ethical topic is it really okay if robots support people in hospitals for example, doing the transportation, only dealing with a machine, no longer dealing with a human being? Is this added value? But I understood from a discussion I had with a professor from the clinic in Aachen. He is a surgeon, and he had to do a surgery with his father, and his experience was that he has to take his patient and bring it to the operation room because there was no support in the clinic because there are no people available, too less people to do this. And it's not, I had a brief discussion with a taxi driver when I arrived today about this topic that was interesting, because I told him that I'm coming here and talking about robots, and he was in fear that the taxi driver of the future might be a robot. That was interesting, sitting a robot in a standard car, not an autonomous car without a driver, sitting a robot in his taxi and the robot is driving. That was his fear. And we addressed this in the work we are doing with the community in the euRobotics. It's very well addressed in the SRA and in the MAR and the Generation R. Another topic might be creating virtual robot valleys in Europe. To put these all together in a resume, the message is to see the big picture. And if you take a look downstairs to the exhibition, is wonderful technology available on the sensor side, on the robot side. But we have to look on the use cases, we have to look on the solutions, and we have to understand how to bring these all together to make it usable for the people, and to always to discuss what is the added value for the customer in the usage of these systems. And for sure, the future of the robotics, and especially of the new mobile robotics, starts now, because now it's some kind of a turning point. Yeah, there is a new generation coming up. We have to solve these topics we have with the aging society. We have a lot of new technology available on the IT side, like cloud computing, like the HANA system on SAP, or the Microsoft Azure Cloud, or from Telecom, or whoever is delivering this, that's available. We can use this, we can implement this, we can integrate this without only ending up in the dream that everything is available in the future as a service. Once again, the message, we have to change the way we are thinking automation. And there are some people like Lord Kelvin telling you that a robot will be in every home, and as I mentioned, the personal assistant has to be in your home, coming through industry automation, through small and medium enterprises, up to the unstructured environment you have in your homes, in your hospitals, in your environment. I think that's a clear message, and for sure he is right on a special explanation of a robot. If you believe, okay, your assistance systems in your cars, in your garage, are some kind of a robot. If your dust cleaning system at home is a robot, then you only have to take a look on the IFR numbers and you will recognize that this kind of service robotics, this market is growing faster and faster and faster, and therefore everybody could have such a system at home. If we take a serious look on this from us, from the robot community, and we have an understanding, some kind, what our robot means, and what our robot means, that's once again what you could see downstairs in the exhibition. It must not only be a 6 or 7 axis systems, don't take me wrong, but perhaps a little bit more than only the gaming and playing systems. Then perhaps we need a little bit longer, but we will solve it, and we will address, and we will take this task in the community to make life easier with the strongly support of safe, sensitive, mobile, robot-based automation. Thanks a lot for listening.